It's Ramsey, Dewey, and Tinyu. We're over here at the Animal MMA Gym in Shanghai, China. Let's talk about footwork. Footwork is one of the most misunderstood terms on the internet today. Almost every time I see comments on a video where somebody is hitting a heavy bag or hitting focus mitts or pads, you have about 100 know-it-alls in the comment section saying, "Oh, this guy has no footwork." And to those guys I say, you don't know what footwork means. Stop misusing that word until you know what it means. What is footwork? Footwork is the way that you move your feet relative to whatever technique you are doing. It doesn't mean dancing around, hopping around, doing a little dance. That's not footwork. Footwork is your feet and how they move relative to a specific technique. So if I have Tien right here, and you might notice right here, he is too far away to hit with the jab. So if I want to hit him with my jab, I need some simple footwork, a falling step. So I step in here, boom, so I can get close enough to touch him. And you might notice now that I'm close enough to touch him, he's also close enough to touch me. So he doesn't actually need to use any footwork to hit me from this position. So if he throws a punch, even though he's not moving his feet, I can't say, oh, he has no footwork. He doesn't need to use footwork in this position to hit me. And now that I'm this close, I no longer need to use footwork to hit him. But look at us right now. We're both too far away to hit each other. I'm going to use some footwork to bait him to come in closer. I'll come in and now I'll come out. In and then out. Why do I do this? Boom, boom. To give them the illusion right here that I'm close enough to hit, but now I move out to get him to come closer, boom, where I can hit him. So this is an example of footwork. But you might notice every footwork technique is different based on which technique we're doing. Okay, here's a simple technique, a 1-2. Falling step with the jab, trigger step with the right, step out. So what's the footwork? In, out, in, out. The footwork relative to the punches. Okay, how about another technique? Let's slip and throw a shovel hook. All right, I'm going to do a slip step. There's the footwork. Boom, and I'm going to pivot to the inside there. Boom, boom. Let's do this with a real person. So we have Tien right here. I'm going to slip step to the outside, boom, so I can throw that shovel hook in an angle. If he wants to do that, do the same thing, slip step, and then shovel hook, boom, right? Or I can do this on the other side, slip step, boom. So what's the point of that footwork? Well, to get off the center line, right here. We're right down the center line, right here. So his straight punches can reach my face. So if I just come in like, I'm gonna punch you in the guts, it's not gonna work so well because everything down the center line is exposed to his fists. So I move off the center line. Boom. It's one of the most basic examples of footwork. But wait, there's more. There's footwork in grappling too. Did you know that? Let's take a simple judo technique, right? So I get in here, I get an underhook, come under, and I throw him. What's the footwork for that? Well, I reach for the underhook, I turn, and up I come. Okay? So with a partner again, I can get that hip throw, but I need my footwork. What happens if I have no footwork on a hip throw? That means I don't move my feet. I get in here, my feet don't move. Nothing happens. Nothing happens, right? So footwork is integral to every technique you do standing up, whether it's grappling or on the feet. How about a double leg takedown, right? So right here, we're in a clinch. What's my footwork? Well, my whole body is moving, but I pull right here. What do my feet do? They drop forward. I push off my back foot, right? So I can get a power double from an over-under clinch right there. The footwork is subtle, but it is there. It's mostly a push off the back leg, right? It's still footwork, if you will. So the next time you see somebody posting a video hitting a heavy bag and they're standing in front of the bag, you have no context for what they're doing other than seeing that they're hitting a bag, okay? Anytime you shadow box, anytime you hit a bag, whether it's a heavy bag, a double end bag, a speed bag, whatever, you have to have the context of how you're going to use that technique in a fight. Now, if you didn't know who Mike Tyson was, and you watched an old video of Mike Tyson hitting a speed bag, you would probably think, oh man, that guy sucks at the speed bag. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. No, he knew exactly what he's doing. He wasn't doing rhythms. What was he doing? He's hitting it once in a while and moving his head around the thing the same way he moved his head in a fight, and sometimes coming in with a power hook and, practicing his movement the same way that he moved in a fight. Again, he wasn't tricking. It didn't look pretty, but he's visualizing a fight when he's using that bag. And we can't see inside of his head, but in retrospect, having seen his fights, I can understand exactly why he was doing what he was doing and why it didn't look pretty. You look at a guy like George Foreman, and he had a big old heavy bag, and he would just practice walloping that thing with his power right hand. There was no footwork there. Why? Because you have to understand the context of what George was doing. He was practicing developing power specifically in his right hook. Okay? There's a time to dance with the heavy bag and pretend it's a fight, and there's a time to work on attributes, like Foreman did, and just practice digging your knuckles into that thing. So, the whole point of this video is just stop abusing the word footwork. Footwork, once again, doesn't mean doing shuffle steps all over the place and dancing and doing capoeira or whatever. It means the way your feet move in any technique on your feet. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Now get out there and train.
Brought to you by xmartial.com. Use my code Ramsey10 for 10% off everything. That's xmartial.com. High quality training gear and fight apparel. And since everybody always asks, if you have questions that you want answers to, just leave them in the comments below. I read your comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this groovy music. Now get out there and train.